How does
Guys,
the body
let's check
burn
this
fat?
video.
In order for you and I to understand this, we first need to understand how it stores fat. So when you and I eat food, the body will take that food and it will take the glucose from the food and push it into our bloodstream. This is known as blood sugar. We're all familiar with this term. However, the second that glucose enters the bloodstream, the body responds with the pancreas secreting a hormone called insulin. Now, if you do not know, insulin is a very dominant hormone. Here's a couple of things it absolutely governs. Firstly, it governs weight loss. Secondly, it governs weight gain. And in a large degree, it also governs access to energy, because what happens is insulin will travel throughout our bloodstream and it will take the glucose in our bloodstream and it will deliver it as both energy and nutrients to the cells. When there is surplus energy left in our bloodstream from overconsumption of energy, the hormone insulin will take that glucose and it will store it on our body as a reserve source of energy in the form of fat for later use. When you have excess body fat, how do we access this for energy? Very simply this. You need to regulate the hormone insulin, because when insulin is high in your bloodstream, you are storing body fat. When it's low, you are burning body fat. So here's a couple of things you can introduce right now in order to access energy from your fat cells. Firstly, introduce some time-restricted eating into your daily routine. What I mean by that is this. Try to skip breakfast. Skip breakfast and allow yourself probably 16 hours or so from your evening meal right through to your lunch, where you and I are no longer giving our body any food for energy. This will allow time for your glucose to come low, which in turn will result in your insulin being low. Now, when your insulin is low, you are allowing your metabolism to regain its flexibility and its efficiency. Regain the efficiency to stop burning food for fuel, flip the switch and literally burn body fat for fuel. Now, the second thing that you can do is this. If you were to introduce some fiber before a meal, a diverse blend of soluble and insoluble, highly viscous fiber, what that fiber will do is it will slow the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream. Now, that is a life giver, because if you can slow the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream, what that means is that you are not experiencing those sugar highs and sugar crashes that in and of themselves are leaving you in a position with elevated insulin and low blood sugar, which this, if you do not know, is driving hunger hormonally. There is a hormone enhanced here called ghrelin, more commonly known as the hunger hormone. And this pattern of high insulin and low blood sugar is actually enhancing that hormone. So you are looking to slow the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream so that your glucose and insulin levels almost marry each other. And that will be a game changer for you